Imagine you get in a car with a friend and without your knowledge, there is a gun in the vehicle. According to a former detective from the Detroit Police Department, it used to be regular practice. If stopped by police, everyone in the vehicle could be arrested and charged, even if your fingerprints or DNA were nowhere to be found on that weapon. That is, until a 35-year decorated veteran complained publicly about the practice and has since filed a whistleblower lawsuit. Marcellus Ball retired from the Detroit Police Department this year. After 35 years on the job, you put your life on the line for this department many, many times.
I was in a dope house. The guy held me hostage for over 10 minutes with a double-barrel shotgun up to my face.
25 years as a detective, never disciplined, and honored by the president at the White House for heroism when his precinct was attacked by a gunman.
I love the city of Detroit. I love the Detroit Police Department.
But when he noticed an alarming uptick in carrying a concealed weapon cases and everyone in the vehicle was arrested and charged without probable cause, he became concerned.
I'm seeing this. I don't like this. My officers are seeing this. They don't feel comfortable typing this. I'm denying it.
Ball says he complained to people of higher rank and requested a meeting with former Detroit Police Chief James Craig, but was denied the meeting. Ball says his power as a supervisor to deny an arrest warrant for a CCW case if he deemed it without probable cause was stripped away.
As a result of me complaining, my immediate supervisor took that right from me. And I had those rights my entire career as a supervisor.
Ball says the policy was a verbal one in the 10th precinct.
You're a supervisor and you make the statement that everybody in the car, if a gun is found, everybody's going to jail. I don't care what the circumstances are.
The former detective says that action can ruin a life.
I mean, you have guns found in the trunks of vehicles. You have 6 people in the car. All 6 people get arrested for that gun when you can't prove that they had it.
What happens to the lives of those 6 individuals who are in that car and then linked to that weapon?
Well, those lives are affected forever.
The section on employment applications for whether you have ever been arrested will have to be checked yes, and it stays on your record forever. He says 99.9% of the people affected by this were African American and Hispanic. Ball spoke out publicly to the media in May of this year. The next day, this memo from Chief James White went up in DPD precincts.
He put out a teletype to the entire department saying, be conscious of what you're doing out there. Make sure you have individualized probable cause.
Ball says he felt under attack for voicing concern. He was moved from the Detectives Bureau to the 12th precinct.
I get called in the office and I'm told I no longer work here.
He was more than chastised. He was threatened. He was demeaned. He was belittled. He was threatened to be moved to a different department.
Ball's attorney, Todd Perkins, filed a whistleblower's lawsuit.
If you see something that's wrong and you identify that to a supervisor, if that institution then takes negative action towards you, that's a classic whistleblower case.
I sat down with DPD's Director of Professional Standards and Constitutional Policies, Chris Gravlin.
What's the response from the police department?
First, we have a lot of respect for Detective Ball. He has given 35 good years of service to the Detroit Police Department.
He says they were surprised by Ball's public comment on May 27th. Gravlin says Ball was moved over a dispute with his supervisor at the 10th precinct and that Ball could have made a formal complaint with the Equal Opportunity Commission.
He felt under attack.
I feel very bad if that's how Detective Ball is leaving his 35-year career with the Detroit Police Department. Nobody likes to hear those types of sentiments being expressed by anyone.
Gravlin says they have investigated the cases Ball said he had concerns about.
Of the 6 cases that he identified, 3 we found were completely correctly done by the Detroit Police Department. The other 3 all had situations where multiple people could be arrested, but then the question was, did you need to arrest person 3 or 4?
Ball says other officers expressed fear about speaking up.
Why did this cut so deep for you?
I don't care if you're black, white, Hispanic, Arab. I don't care. I care about you and I care about your rights.
Former Detective Ball says he complained about dozens of cases, not just 6 in 2021, and that Internal Affairs were looking into CCW cases at all precincts, not just the 10th precinct. A jury trial date for his whistleblower lawsuit has been set in federal court for February of 2023. We will continue to follow it. Dave?